Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters. Welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good, should I say us. So let's have a look, see, excuse me, what the destiny card for the week ahead is. And this week we get the Heirophant Card, right? This is about, so the Heirophant Card represents the status quo, the structure, it's governing bodies, it is the government itself, it's the larger establishments that we all belong to in some way, shape or form. However, this can also represent a person of authority or a position of authority and power. As this is your destiny card, this week, Leo, I actually feel like you're going to be either recognized as an authority in your field, called upon for your expertise, or in some way, shape or form moving into a position of power. Now, this could have a lot to do with your job. Maybe some of you are getting promoted. Maybe some of you are getting some form of recognition. Maybe you are being tied to, to a bigger position or a bigger post or a bigger work lot in some way, shape or form. I often see this card as well for people that work in, invest in, or build real estate or property, as we call it here in the UK. So if you've applied for a job in, to do with homes, to do with working around homes, building them, renting them, leasing them, all of that sort of stuff, this could be a really great week for you. But yeah, for all Leos in some way, shape or form, I feel like this is going to be a recognition of you being an authority in your field. This is about you having some sort of, what's the word? Yeah, gaining some sort of recognition on the wider world stage, or being called on for your expertise or your knowledge, which is a really exciting concept, to be fair. Let's give it some context. Let's shape it up or flesh it out and see what comes through. Ooh. Okay, that card seems to want out. And it is the Death card. Right, so an ending, a transition or a transformation. Interestingly enough, this falls right opposite the Hierophant card, right? And your Hierophant card is, well, we've talked about that, but your Death card, it's an end, it's a transition, it's a completion. And as a direction, this is really interesting as well, because this card was the Destiny card last week. So you see how it's kind of shifted. I would pee myself if this came out as the insight card next week, right? Just because, but it shows the progression. It shows how we're moving forward, and it kind of says, so last week you were asked to make a decision, to let something go or to remove something. And it's funny because I actually went through that process. There was a lot that I had in my mind that I said to myself, right, okay, you know what, this is stuff that no longer serves a purpose. I can let it go now. That was the Destiny card, right? So this was a big theme last week, whereas this week it's the Direction card. So what it's basically saying is you're putting that into action this week. This is about you going through the motions of saying, right, okay, if I've let this stuff go, what does that actually look like and how does it shape up? I'm going to pull another card as well, because this has got me a little bit like, okay. All right. And it is the Page of Cups, right? So in order for you to push forward with any of your projects, with any of your creative ideas, right, now is the time for you to release whatever energy is pent up in them. If you haven't seen it, please check out the weekly general, because I feel like it will make a lot of sense. The other thing with your Page of Cups as well, and with the Death card as well, like this is, I want to say it's not about patience, but it's more about having that self-love, right? This is about having having the self-love to say, right, you know what, I've mentally let go of this stuff, and now how does it play out If I'm honest as well, I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be a week where you stamp out a really bad habit. Maybe it's smoking, maybe it's drinking, maybe it's eating junk food, maybe it is, anything across the board, porn, whatever. Like whatever your bad habits are. This could be, not even could be, this is a week where you're practicing enough self-love to say, right, this is either a destructive habit or behavior that I have. I'm choosing to let it go. That is the thing that we are choosing to allow to perish. If I'm honest, I don't personally feel like it's a person this time, which I'm sure you guys will be glad to hear. I do feel like on the wider world stage, though, we may very well hear, sometimes there's interactions for wider world events. On the wider world stage, we may very well hear of a very public figure who, unfortunately transitions to their next experience. But yeah, interesting. I don't feel like this is on a personal level, though. I feel like that's sort of macrocosm. But yeah, on a personal level, this is a week for you to dead those bad habits, whatever they are. As an insight card, what is coming in, we have the Three of Cups. Fun, enjoyment, laughter, mirth, happiness. This is about, it's good news. Ultimately, this is a reason for you to celebrate, but it's the process of the celebration itself, which suggests for some of you, this could be about your investments booming. For some of you, this could be about, like I said, getting the job or getting the news that you got the job. Maybe you're getting the interview. This came through for another sign as well, but in different ways, which is really interesting. As an insight card, you're being asked to really find ways to enjoy yourself and life itself on a small level, whatever that means. This is about seeking what really sets your soul alight to be happy, as opposed to just going through the motions. This is about true happiness. It does look like in some way, shape or form, there are going to be reasons for you to celebrate, to laugh and to have joy. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care. I'll see you soon.